What's up, guys? It's Showtime's Fight Forum, where we talk all things fights. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on all social medias at Showtime Sanders, and let's get into it. Now, today is not going to be a fight breakdown, but it is going to be about Ryan Garcia versus Tank Davis. All right, I talked about this maybe 2 years ago, I think, about this fight where I've always said it's star potential. I think it's a top 5 fight in boxing. Period. Not saying from a skill standpoint or these are the best fighters in the world, but from a marketing, money-making standpoint, it's one of the best fights to make, especially in America. We have the young, well, both are young. Tank's 27, Ryan Garcia's 23 right now. They are both knockout artists, extremely quick. They have good personalities, very fun personalities, especially Ryan Garcia has a big following on social media. And I mean, it's kind of funny because you have kind of the pretty boy in Ryan Garcia versus the bad boy in Tank, all tatted up from West Baltimore, don't really give a damn, and he is full-fledged West Baltimore. And then obviously, like I said, you got Ryan Garcia, pretty boy from from Cali. So it's a perfect matchup, perfect storm to have. And I'm super excited for when it eventually does happen. I do believe this fight will eventually happen. Will it happen this year? Probably not, because there's so much politics. You have, and even the rivalry goes back to even their promoters. Tank is with Floyd Mayweather and Mayweather Promotions. Tank is with Golden Boy and Oscar De La Hoya. And we already know those two hate each other, which is part of the issue in general, which we'll get into later. Now, there is such a foreseen attitude when it comes to this fight, and once it does get made, where Tank is gonna knock the hell out of Ryan Garcia no matter what, and it's gonna be an easy fight. I call BS, simple and plain. I get so frustrated when people wanna act like, one, Tank is the best out there. He might be, but my thing is, we don't know. Tank is 27 years old. And who has he fought in a lightweight division to make you really care? Or make you even say he's the best in the world? Nobody. Nobody yet. He is, the super featherweight champion? Like, that's his legitimate claim. But at lightweight, he hasn't done anything. And this is not me pooping on him just to say Garcia has done anything. He hasn't either. Neither has, especially at the lightweight division. And now we're hearing that Ryan is probably going to go up to 140, and he's only going to stay at 135 for a Tank fight, which I believe. At the end of the day, people want to sit here and say he's running or he make an excuse. Let's put in perspective. Like Ryan Garcia is 5'10". Ryan Garcia is 23 years old. He's young as hell. Y'all think he's clearly going to eventually bump up. He has to. He's 5'10". He hasn't developed his grown man body yet. He's getting there. He's getting to grow. But I honestly think Ryan Garcia will eventually be a 154 pounder. Like, he's already taller than he's taller than Canelo. I think reach. I think he's a little bit length. Like, I think his reach is a little less than Canelo. But the guy's a tall, lanky guy. He can very well make it to 154 eventually. So yeah, I see him eventually going to 140, 147, and then fighting there. That's why it's kind of like one of those, it needs to be now, because Tank is gonna max out. I think his power maxes out at 147. I don't know if he's ever gonna fight at 147. He is very short. So I can see him maxing out at 140, but who knows? Like, who knows? The future holds. He might eventually go to welterweight. I don't see it, but I think he'll max at 140. So I don't have a problem with the fight being at 140. I think a lot of people are complaining, talking about, why would that? He's the Tank is the A side. It should be at 135. As I recall, he fought last year at 140, and he knocked the guy out. He struggled versus Mario Barrios, but he still won. Why can't he fight at 140? Especially since it's a money fight. He's the cash cow, this, that, and the third, that Leonard Ellerbe want to keep saying. But back to the Tank thing. Tank has power to knock out anybody. He literally can knock the hell out of Ryan Garcia. It very well might happen. I'm not sitting here saying that it's impossible, it won't happen, this, that, and the third. That's very ignorant. He can knock out anybody at 140. He can knock out anybody at 135. The problem is, why are we doubting Ryan Garcia so much? Do people, I'm confused. Do people think Ryan Garcia is a YouTube star? Do people think that he's Jake Paul? Because I just don't understand it. Ryan Garcia grew up boxing. He is a legitimate boxer. He fought in amateurs Devin Haney, I think 6 times. I think they're 3-3. So why is Devin Haney the valid guy? Yes, he right now he's the undisputed champion, so that's obviously why he's valid. But he was a valid fighter 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Nobody sat there and said he wasn't a real fighter or he would get slept by everybody. And if you were, you're kind of ignorant because once again, he's a talented guy too. Why? But why are we doing this with Ryan? Because he's a handsome guy. I do genuinely think that there is a look appeal when it comes to him, that he doesn't look like a fighter. He doesn't look like a boxer. It's kind of like Oscar. They're both they're good looking guys. They don't look like guys that really can get dirty, can get nasty, and want to knock people out. They're like a guy that want to go surfing. So yeah, that comes with a lot of animosity. He has a big following. Why? Because one, he's very quick. He has social media presence, and he's a good looking guy. So he's gonna have a lot of women followers, a lot of kids, and people that like him. Kind of name it again. Kind of like how Jake Paul, how they would get famous. They're not that funny. They're not that, in my opinion, they're not that talented. But they have a look appeal that gives them fan bases. Now, Ryan is talented. Very talented. Probably one of the fastest hands in the lightweight division. Very offensive minded. And he does have decent names. Like, it's not like he doesn't have a great resume. I'm not saying he does. But Luke Campbell is a solid win. That's an Olympic gold medalist he knocked out with a beautiful body shot. Fortuna's a former world champion. He knocks him out. Like there's a lot of disrespect going on that should either go both ways or shouldn't go at all. I don't think you should disrespect any one of these guys. I think both of them have capabilities to be world champions in the lightweight division. They're both talented enough. So I like I said, this is not me saying Tank will win. I mean, Tank will lose, but he very well can. And I'm telling you, it's a much closer to a 50-50 fight than a lot of you guys giving credit to. Mario Barrios was very, very game, and some cards was winning that fight until he got dropped. I would say wholeheartedly, Ryan Garcia is better. He's quicker, has better tools in his arsenal, and he has more power. I don't. Is Ryan the most defensively responsible guy? No. However, I do think he's gonna fight Tank a lot differently than he fights everybody else. Will he be aggressive? Absolutely, that's part of his game. But I do think he'll be a lot more cautious to throwing crazy, knowing that stuff is coming back to him. Tank will land, and when he lands with authority. But you can outbox Tank. You can put Tank in trouble. And we've never seen him really get his chin tested. Ryan will do all those things. And not to mention the size of it. I think he's 6 inches taller. I think his reach is like 4 inches. Like it's gonna be an obstacle for Tank to come. And Tank is kind of a slow start. So you don't want to give a person like Ryan, who's offensive momentum, or maybe you do. Maybe that'll give him false sense of hope when he get knocked out. But at the same time, you also give your chance to get hurt and get knocked out, because he very well can knock anybody out at 140, 135 too. So I just need people to start putting more respect on Ryan Garcia's name. He's a lot of talk. Yes, he talks a lot. However, I love that. We need fighters to talk. We need fighters to promote themselves. Like, I like the fact that he called out all these dogs. I just need him to start actually fighting these dogs. So I'm a fan of both. I would love to see the fight. I would actually buy that fight ASAP because it's an entertaining fight. We know we're getting fireworks and somebody's getting knocked out. That fight ain't going to the decision. But I just need people to put a little bit more respect into Ryan Garcia. But yeah, that's basically how I feel about this. This is my short review. This isn't something that I'm really going into depth. We're going into resumes, fight per fight, what both likes to do. Like, we can do that when the fight is actually announced. This is just me breaking down the actual appeal of both guys fighting each other. But as always, man, please let me know what you guys think. This is Showtime's Fight Forum, and as always, man, make sure y'all stay blessed.